Sunday. It's sponsored by Boot Barn, but don't forget, there's a guy who won last year named Riley Webb. He had to survive a wild card to get back into this championship round, but he's here. He'll be attempting to defend his title. It won't be easy. John Downs is a Rodeo Houston champ. Shane Hagey's a Rodeo Houston champ and a world champion. And Marty Yates, you'd never count him out. And he's second to last to go. So gentlemen, this is why we play the game. Trevor Hale, first to go.
Barrington, Texas, the all-around cowboy at 21 years of age. Came out of the semifinals, number 2 with 8 dates. He will set the pace. Now, looks like he caught a leg there on the front end of the calf. That's legal, but it's going to cost him some precious time as he will string gather in time. 12 and 4. More than likely, that's not going to be quick enough.
Yeah, just to reiterate what Bob said, excuse me, I'm sorry, but it looked like they might have got a barrier too. He did, 22-4. Bob mentioned this in the opening, but I don't know if y'all latched onto it. There's 2 rodeos today. There's a long round where 10 contestants in each of the contests go. Then the top 4 from those 10 come back to our shootout round. You've got to win that to win the 50. Here's a guy that's done it.
Not only has he done it, but he's probably going to do it half a dozen more times in his career. He's only 26 years old. He comes from Huntsville, Texas. Not that Mike struck a nerve. He is our Texas Circuit champion, 3-time NFR qualifier, John Downs. Well, the 10-10 kind of go off to the left. I'm not making excuses.
So his greatest teacher, Joe Beaver, once told you and I on the stage in Las Vegas, funny things happen in a short round or a championship round. Pressures are a little higher, a little different. Let's go to Ty Hills.
St. Angelo, Texas. Former Resistol Rookie of the Year. He's creeping up on the $1 million mark. Calf kind of ducks and dives on it just a touch. But everything's coming together at the end of the run. 9 and 7 for Harris. I think he only took 1 round, but I knew he got it.
I just saw that too, Andy. So this is a little bit of a gamble, folks, when he ties his calf. Most of the time, calf rubbers will go around all 3 legs twice and the back legs once. These will go around all 3 once and the back legs once. That's a lot easier for a calf to kick free when you do that. But you save nearly a half a second. So now at 9-7, we just got to wonder, will that make the top 4 to advance to the shootout round?
Well, our next contestant represents 3 generations of a great Cajun family. Keachai, Louisiana. This is Macon Murphy. At the age of 24, he's middle-aged in this group today. Number 10 in the PRCA standings coming in on a Sunday. 2 years ago, we had him with us in Vegas.
He made it out of the wild card, but watch his road by when he leaves the box. His rope figure 8s. In other words, when he's going to shoot and shake out his loop, all of a sudden, he hits the barrier loop. And now the rope is hung up. He's trying to shake it out without it having a kink in it. And at the same time, trying to get within striking distance of the calf. Woo, craziness.
Speaking of calves, we asked the next athlete, the past rodeo Houston champ, Shane Hagey, how are the calves selected for tonight?
We've been watching them all week for the first 5 Super Series, and we picked the best ones so the crowd can get into it and we can time fast.
And that's what we want to see. Shane understands how all this works. Back in 2011, he became a champ of Rodeo Houston. Followed that up 2 years later with a world championship.
He'd have been 21 years old in 2011. 34 years old today, think of the veteran knowledge he possesses.
Oh my God, and how many great horses that he has owned and ridden. He's riding a colt. If you want to call him a colt, they're riding a horse named River. Look at that little bird stop. Get a hold, come on. Cajun time is. And 2.
Good job, man.
To the lead by
So, what can Mr. Thiessen do? Well, let me tell you what he's done this year, okay? Just so you know. He's a 21-year-old cowboy, and he's one of the younger ones here. We've got a 20-year-old and another 21-year-old you'll see after him. But he won a round in San Antonio, much smaller arena, with a 7-3, okay? Then 3 checks in Denver, 8-1, 8-flat, 8-6. So that too is a smaller arena. And that means the start is going to be a little shorter. Here in Houston, you're going to have to let that calf out a little farther before you can begin pursuit because of the size of our arena.
Wow!
There's the loop Bob was talking about. It opens up at the very last moment before it goes on the calf. 1 wrap and a hooey. The gamble pays off, and he is now number 1.
So here's where we sit now, right? 8-7, 9-7, 10-9, 22-4. So with 4 guys to go, all you gotta do is be faster than 10-9, and you got a 50-50 shot of making it to our championship round.
And Boyd, we have watched the next man, Andy, Joel Braden Harris of San Angelo, Texas. We have watched him as probably, I'm going to say, one of the 3 smallest guys in here, that's by stature. He is a large talent. He is also a brother to Ty Harris. He saw Taiwan in a 9-7 a moment ago.
And he's sitting right there beside him, Bob. That's his older brother, who is currently sitting second to advance, and now he's going to help his younger brother try to bump him to third, but hopefully not fifth.
Well, both of those men are men of faith, I promise you. Joel Harris has had a very interesting life at his young age. Watch. Are they telling us something? All right, we're checking on something. We'll let you know in a moment. If Shane Henchy had a no time enough. All right, Joel, let's get serious. In San Angelo, the last weekend every year in October, they have what is known as the Fiesta Rowing.
It's a big deal too, Bobby. Hey, I just want to jump in quick. They just told us Shane Hainsey's calf kicked free, so that 9-2 is not official. It's a no time for an entry.
Not only tough luck battle, Joel Harris, 3 swings. Now let's get serious, guys. The horse is doing his job. Get out of there. Oh, I had a little trouble with the bounce, getting the flank in. A little hurt with the hoopy.
There's a rhythm to your run, okay? And when there's slack in the rope as he tries to flank, his rhythm and timing of the run gets thrown off. So that's why you see when he gathers here, he's trying to go to the hoopy. That bobble's going to hurt him at 10-2.
So, what we're looking at right now is an 8-7 by Chance Thiessen, a 21-year-old. Here's a 20-year-old that won this rodeo last year, and he has the fastest calf of the rodeo time so far. This is Riley Mason Webb with a 7.7 second run. He just needs to be 8.6 to take over the lead and thus guaranteed himself a position in the Final 4.
This is our defending champion as well at Rodeo Houston, who took that title and went on to win a world title. All right, Riley. It's a slower calf. I don't know if he got out or not. And I think Riley's just going to ride forward because he knows he broke the barrier.
Well, did the calf cost him or did he swing too soon? You put it in your own words. Calf did not run hard. See him just kind of ease a little out there. Oh, he rode through it. Rode through it like a record.
I think he expected that calf to break and run harder. And that's a heartbreaker for our defending champ. Might open the door. 10-9 or faster with 2 guys left to go. Here comes Marty Yates, a 29-year-old cowboy who's been to the national finals 9 times. You talked about that Sue's Rogan Fiesta in San Angelo that you get to be a part of, Bobby T. He won it last year.
Well, he's won $1,900,000, a beautiful wife, a brand new baby girl. And the other day, he rode his horse down the freeway to get here because the traffic had him locked down.
That's wanting it. Yeah, he was 8-1 after he did that, Bobby T. Snuck off 6'10", looped down Kirby on this little sorrel steed, and then won his semifinals. Has to be quicker. Intended to guarantee himself a spot. Everything's coming together. Come on, Marty. Yes, the job.
Now to put him in the number 2 spot, and he went for 2 wraps.
Yes.
2 wraps and a half-inch, knowing in his mind he cannot afford to have that calf kick free like Hanchy did.
Right, and only having to beat a 10-9, he played it real safe and tied it the way they normally always do without the gamble of a wrap and a movie. So good play, he's guaranteed in. So is Chance Thiessen, he's guaranteed in. Ty Harris, he's guaranteed in. But his younger brother Joel is not. Chad Money Mayfield has to be 10-1, and we'll see him in the Final Four.
So is it a past world champ or the brothers from the Harris family that move on? Chad currently sits number 1 in the world. He's already won $100,000 this season. His fastest run game from semifinal 2 where he was 8-6. He's got the calf rope, now he goes down line. Gotta get him up. String gather tie. 9-2 for Mayfield, and that means Joel will be knocked out.
Oh, wait a minute, boys, I'm hearing something in my ear.
Yeah.
I'm not liking it. There is a rule that the Cowboys made themselves. And it says if you tip a calf over between 11 and 1 o'clock, straight up 12, you are going to be flagged out. The guy that had the shot at doing it all, he's riding over to talk to a judge right now.
They just told us that he did jerk the calf down. That means it's going to be a no time for Shad, and he is not advancing to the championship.
And the brothers will be in the short 4 round. If we haven't convinced you yet, folks, this is the rodeo. 10 and 4. There he is thinking about it. Shane Hanchy, totally convinced of what he had to do. One and a calf to stay tied. You have just watched a very intricate and a great round in the tie-down calf run in Houston, Texas. There's Joel. He'll be coming in on the number 4 spot. Oh, step away. Look at him like you own him. Hanchy's thinking about what happened. John Dowd said, I'm going to Huntsville, but I'll see you somewhere next week.
The great thing is, we will see a first-time rodeo Houston champion in the tie-down roping. Thiessen, Yates, Harris, and Harris. None of those Cowboys have ever won rodeo Houston, so we'll get a first-time winner when we get back to our shootout round. Thank you to Boot Barn for bringing us the tie-down roping.
This is the Rodeo Houston Super Series. Here's how it works. We invite 40 of the top competitors in each of our 8 events. They're divided into 5 Super Series. Each one of those events is 3 rounds. They conclude the 4 highest money winners advance to one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 in each of the semifinals. We take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 and advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go to one of our wild card competitions. The winner from each wild card will advance to the championship. They join the others for a shot at the $50,000. And that's how the revolutionary Rodeo Houston Super Series works.